Hi there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces. Today I want to introduce you to the Amantii TRD series of traditional electric inserts. Before I do that, let me tell you that at the end of this video, I'll be giving you a list of other inserts you can compare this one to. And if you're in the market for a fireplace, please make sure to go to our website and get our free download, 5 things you need to know before you buy a fireplace. That will give you some more general information. So the TRD series is Amantee's answer to the traditional insert. As you can see, it's not as traditional as some. So it's traditional in the sense that the shape is going to be not linear and it is going to have possibly logs inside. But what you don't see here is a grate with the traditional firewood sitting there. So it's not quite as traditional as some. You do get the birch log kit with the insert, so that comes standard, and then you can arrange it how you like, but it's still a little more of a contemporary looking traditional insert. I'm sitting in front of the largest of the sizes, so this is the TRD 48, so it's a big, almost square insert. It's one of the biggest in this category. The other sizes are more in line with a typical wood burning fireplace, so anywhere from about 26 inches to 38, 44 inches wide, but they're going to be a little more rectangular, so not quite as square and big and bold as this one. And I will point out that this silver frame is a custom application that we've added to ours, so that trim would normally be black like most electric fireplaces you're going to see. So the TRD series is their traditional, but it's not as traditional. So there won't be a grate inside, which means this media is changeable. So the birch kit is going to come standard at this point, but you could change it to some other logs if you like. It is a deeper insert, so depending on the size of it, it will be 12 to 13 inches deep. So that gives you space for those more life-size logs inside. But you'll know that some inserts are less deep than that. So if you've got some limitations on how deep you can go, just keep that in mind, because these ones do vary from about 12 to 13 inches deep. With all Amantees these days, you're getting 3 flame colors. So right now I've set it to yellow, but I can change the intensity by adding orange or red into the flames. The other thing you're going to notice is, and especially when I turn up the intensity here, these flames go all the way to the top. So this is a bigger unit, the flames are bigger. So it's not dinky little flames at the bottom of the fireplace and nothing going up this extra height that they've given us. So it's a big, bold insert with big, bold flames. The flames are sized to suit this insert. So just keep that in mind. It's something people sometimes wonder about with the taller fireplaces. So there you go. I can change the intensity of the flames. There is a light shining down on those logs, so now it's off, and then I can change the coloring of that light. So that is a very standard Amantii feature. So you can make those logs look different depending on the color of light that you're shining on them. You want them to look whiter, then you can do that. If you want to add some color, I personally like to use the warmer colors to make the logs look a little bit more like they're glowing. There is a thermostatically controlled heater here, so if I turn the heater on, that display will light up temporarily so that I can set my temperature, and then it will blow the heat out from the top, inside top, over the glass. And like many Amantees, this glass is tilted back ever so slightly so that the heat outlet can be just above the glass and it blows the heat down into the room. As with all electrics, you don't have to have the heater on to have the flames on. So this is truly a year-round fireplace for any space in your home, because you don't have to have heat to have flames. So you have a lot more flexibility with when you can use it. This is an indoor-outdoor fireplace like many of Amantee's products, so this could be installed in certain outdoor situations as well. It's been tested and rated for outdoor use, so you could use it outside on a patio, in a cabana, that sort of thing. So keep that in mind. And the benefit of an indoor-outdoor model is that Amantii has designed these flames to withstand the brighter light of being outside with Mother Nature. And so if you've got a bright sunny space and you need flames that are going to stand up to that extra light, these flames have that intensity option. So like I said, the yellow, orange, red, you can upgrade the intensity there to keep up with a really bright space and then tone it down in the evening if you like. So that's the TRD series of traditional inserts from Amantii. Other inserts you could compare this to, I would start with Modern Flames Redstone series because it's also a series that isn't as traditional as some other inserts, so that would be a good one to compare this to. And then you can get into some more traditional inserts with the typical grate and logs, like the Napoleon Element and Ascent series and the Dimplex Revolution series or their older BF series. Those are all good traditional options with the grate and the logs, but if you want to keep it contemporary, then Amantii would be the way to start. You can find all of those at stylishfireplaces.ca. So with Amantii, you're going to search by brand and then scroll down to the TRD series. If you want to look at them all in general and compare, then search by style and look for inserts and fireboxes.